Okay, I finished up pretty much everything I'm working on for today, and I figured I would start tearing down this engine. It's only shortly after 3 on a Sunday afternoon. I'm going to turn on some music and get this engine torn down. This is an 11 horse Briggs Stratton overhead valve. It's a self-contained engine, has a fuel tank, has a pull start. I believe this would have came off of a snapper or potentially a pull behind mower. One thing I do have to check, make sure that plate isn't something special or different. Make sure that will actually bolt up to the standard bolt pattern on a regular lawn tractor. I really don't have to drill anything out. Next, that will be down the road. What I'd like to do is get everything torn down on the top first. Check and see if this has a ring geared flywheel in it. If it doesn't, I do have a few of them kicking around. Then I want to see if it has a stator, which I believe it does have a stator, judging by all the wiring that it has. But the machine that this is going into has a 2-wire charging system, so I'd like this to be a 2-wire as well. So that's where we are right now on this. I gotta get that fuel tank off first. That's going on my engine test stand. And this engine will actually sit perfectly down on the cart and make it more mobile to move it around. Some may ask why am I not using this cart as my engine test stand. The engine test stand I plan on building will have 4 hoops and casings on it. It's going to be completely mobile. It's going to be half of a junk tractor. So it's going to have the transaxle or junk transaxle in it. It's going to have the full front end in it. It's going to have steering in it. All of the brake stuff will be ripped out of it. Underneath will just be straight open, so you can undo bolts, put bolts back in. I might even set it up to do a few different style engines. We'll see down the road. But more, it's going to be set up to do this style engine right here. Speaking of style of engine, I got to double check that that plate on the bottom isn't proprietary for something else. I don't think it is. But if it is, I should have one hopefully kicking around. That might work. Or I'll have to end up ordering a new sump for this engine, which I don't really want to do. I don't really want to put any more money into this engine. Just want to get it torn down, get ready to go. It does not currently have a backfire prevention solenoid. I don't really want to have to add one if I can help it. That's just one extra wire I don't really want to have to deal with. Yes, I'm a fan of them. If a machine has one, I always put it back on. But if it doesn't have one, I don't normally put it back on or put one on. So, anyways, gonna get this ready. I don't think I'll need that fuel pump since it's gonna be a gravity fed system, so I can get rid of that as well. Like I said, the tank will be used on the engine test stand. The exhaust should be fine to stay on here. The deflector will have to get moved to face down. Not a big deal, but everything else will be able to stay on here. And I will potentially try and start it on this stand here since my engine test stand is not ready. As long as I don't run it long on here, it'll be okay. So I'll talk to them there. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.